Hi, in this first program on functions, we're going to explore how we can create a simple function that will not have any input parameters nor any return value. In this code that you can see here, I've already written a simple program to function as a calculator. So let's just run this and see what it does. So in this program, as you can see, the first thing is I print out a bunch of stars with the heading my calculator, and I ask the user to enter the first number. Okay, so I enter first number as 27, second number as 5, and then I compute the addition and subtraction, and then I print out the results. Okay, so now let's see how we can modularize this using functions. Okay, so the first type of functions we're going to be looking at is functions that have no input parameters and no return value. So these kind of functions are useful when you just want to display or present some information to the user. So in this code, you can see that this initial heading with the stars that says my calculator is just a presentation to the user, where we're not asking for any particular input or printing out any useful information actually. So we can use this as an example how to create a function. So a function without any input parameters or without return value will start with void, and you can name it any you can give the function any name you like. So in this case, since it is to display the heading, I would like to call it heading to display. Since there are no input parameters, so this inside the brackets we have to say void, so that we indicate that there are no input parameters, and the first void that we put here is for the return parameter. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to copy or cut and paste this entire section and put it into the function here. Now, how do I call this function? So to call this function, I have to call it by using its name, which we have decided is going to be heading display. So wherever I want to call this function, I just type in this name, function name. Okay, and I must remember to put opening and closing bracket, and I don't need to put anything inside here because we already have indicated that it's a void input, so there are no input parameters and there is no return value as well. Okay, so we will look at how to handle return values in another video, but for now there is no return value. So this is how you call a function. Okay, now one last step you need to do is this is the function and definition, that means the actual code that is for the function. You also need to have a function and declaration. Okay, what is a function declaration? Is basically the entire first line of the function over here that you need to copy and paste in before the main. Okay, and important step is you need to put a semicolon at the end here. So this is called the function definition. Okay, so you need to first have the function definition followed by the main and then the actual function itself. Alright, so let's run the program, and you'll see that the behavior is going to be the same, except that previously these three printf functions were here, but now I call heading display, which will then print out these three functions. Okay, so let's compile and run this. Yep, so you can see that my calculator's heading is still here, the same as before. So I enter the two numbers and everything else remains the same. Okay, so basically what happens is when I execute this line heading display, I will jump to the function heading display, which is here, and I'll execute line by line, okay, from the opening closing braces until the end of the closing braces. And once I finish, I hit the last end closing braces, I jump back to the next line that is after the function. Okay, so that is how functions can actually help you to modularize your program. Alright, so in the next video, we're going to talk about